Because I grocery shop once a month, that means that I have to keep my pantries fully stocked as full time as I can possibly muster. Today, I'm sharing with you guys three of our staple go to recipes for homemade kids' snacks using just a handful of our pantry staple ingredients that I think every pantry should have for easy baking. So let's go ahead and hop into those recipes. I will do my best to make sure that I have all of the recipes that I have recipes for linked down below. But this first one is just something that I kind of came up with as a replacement for kind of like Reese's peanut butter cups, but that are not necessarily quote unquote healthier, but just maybe more filling. So we're going to start with about a cup or a cup and a half of peanut butter. We're going to melt that in the microwave and spray out our pan. We're gonna add in maybe about a cup or so of oats into our peanut butter, mixing that all together. And this is going to be like the base or the filling of our peanut butter cup. If you want to, you can leave it just like this, or you can also add in a splash of vanilla and a little bit of honey, like a tablespoon or so. That's just personal preference. I find that I just like them with a little bit of honey and a little bit of vanilla in. The honey is nice because it does add a little bit of sweetness. If you're using more of like a natural peanut butter, not this Jif stuff, it might help sweeten it a little bit. Make it more of like a treat, if you will. But we're going to spread that out just so that it gets nice and flat. And then we are going to melt your chocolate of choice. I'm just using like milk chocolate chips, and we are going to put that in the microwave with a little bit of coconut oil just so that it doesn't seize up on us in the microwave. And then we're going to pour that delicious melted chocolate all over the top. If you want to use dark chocolate here, you most certainly could. Like I said, chocolate of choice. If you want to do milk chocolate and then melt some white chocolate to give yourself some fun stripes on the top, go for it. If you want to add in things like peanuts or cashews into the base of your like peanut butter and oat mixture, you definitely could. Pumpkin seeds would be pretty good as well. But uh, make it what you want. And that's what's cool about this recipe is that you can just add in whatever you want, make it as filling as you want. We store this in the fridge so that it can kind of stiffen up and harden up. And we store it in the fridge while we're eating it. We just cut off little squares at a time. And they're just fun little, like, grab and go snack sized bars for the kids. My husband and I also eat these too. They're really, really good. Heading into our next recipe, we're doing a chocolate chip muffin. I do have a recipe for this. I can link this one down below. But if you've been here for any amount of time, you know that I love recipes that have a really good plain base that you can then add in whatever add ons that you want to make your muffin or your cookie or whatever a little bit more of a fun recipe. So, this is a really good base recipe because it is just a chocolate chip muffin recipe. So you could switch out the chocolate chips for raspberries, it's berry season, or blackberries or blueberries, absolutely whatever you want. And then you have a really good base recipe that you can just switch out, your cup or so of chocolate chips for whatever add on that you want. And you have a variety of muffins that you are able to make then. That is my absolute favorite way to do things. How I do that is I will take this muffin recipe, I will write it on a piece of paper and tape it to the inside of one of my kitchen cabinets. And then I have it for me. It's right there. I don't have to look it up on my phone all the time. And then I know if I want, the kids are asking for blueberry muffins, I'll just add in frozen blueberries or, we'll pick raspberries from the orchard and we'll do raspberries and chocolate or something. And then that way I have a really good base recipe at my disposal all of the time. And I can just add in whatever I happen to have on hand in the pantry to make muffins for the kids. I feel like that is a key for having a pantry, a working pantry, but also just back storage, long term storage, because We all remember 2020. Everybody was baking like crazy. It was hard to find chocolate chips. It was hard to find some of those more traditional baking items. But if you have, a bag of whatever, of like mixed fruit, like mixed berries rather, in your freezer, you could always pull those out and put it into your muffin recipe and then, substitute what you don't have. So I think having really good base recipes is key for a long-term, resilient type pantry, a working pantry, because sometimes you are going to run out of things and not realize it. As good as you want to be, it does happen. So, especially something quote unquote small like chocolate chips, it's something that's easy to be overlooked. Heading into our third and final recipe, you're going to notice that we're using a lot of the same ingredients. We are making a sourdough peanut butter cookie. This by far is my kid's favorite cookie right now. We are loving sourdough cookies. But all of these recipes use very similar ingredients, just the sugar, the flour, vanilla, baking powder, baking soda, peanut butter. We only used oats in our first recipe, but also a fantastic staple, just using all of these very basic ingredients that are relatively easy and relatively cheap to buy either in bulk or just have an extra on your pantry shelf. If you're a smaller family, you probably don't need, the 5-pound bag of baking soda like we do, but just having an extra on hand in your working pantry so that you can go ahead and make whatever you want on a whim, just pulling what you have off of your pantry shelves to be able to, make fun baking items with your family or your grandkids or whoever it ends up being. This is my favorite tip when building a pantry, especially for people who are just getting into it, is look at what you're already baking, look at what you're already cooking, and try to stock up on the ingredients that you use most. So for me, that looks like peanut butter, maybe pasta, flour, sugar, oats, rice. Very simple ingredients that you can then go and use to make cookies or muffins or those peanut butter bars that we made in the beginning. Even things that you don't see here, things like zucchini bread, banana bread, zucchini muffins, uh, cakes, donuts, bread. There's so many things that use all of these same ingredients, and it gives you a whole array of things that you're able to bake just kind of when you feel like it because you have your storage set up in order for you to do so, which is my absolute favorite. That way, when you have days like I'm having here where I'm looking to restock the kids' snack jars, I can do it all in, the matter of the baby's nap time, rock out our bars, our muffins, and our cookies without having to pull out a ton of different ingredients because I was able to find 3 recipes that used relatively the same ingredients, pull them out, have them out on the counter once, get them all done at the same time, and do that by making sure that I am utilizing what I already have. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys in another one.